Imagine a household where one partner is faster and consistently better at every single chore. From cooking to cleaning, they beat their spouse on speed and quality every time. Does logic dictate that they should do everything? Economists call this scenario an absolute advantage. It simply means one person requires far less time and effort to produce the exact same result as someone else. Economist Emily Oster found herself in this exact situation. She possessed a clear absolute advantage over her husband in almost every household task, particularly tasks like cooking and loading the dishwasher. Yet an economist would point out that having the spouse with the absolute advantage take on all the chores is highly inefficient. Our intuition tells us the faster person should do the work, but human intuition falls apart when applied to long-term, compounding labor. To prevent burnout, we have to look at the household like an economy. For Oster and her husband, the catalyst for change was the birth of their child. The sheer volume of daily chores multiplied, and their available time shrank. Looking closely at this textbook excerpt, we find the exact economic force that makes it impossible for one spouse to do it all, the law of increasing marginal cost. To translate this law, look at a corporate environment. If you have a highly skilled ace employee who has been working flawlessly for 17 straight hours, their efficiency plummets. Compare their output to an entirely average employee who is fully rested and just starting their shift. Based on this law, what happens if we assign a complex task to that exhausted ace, or a load of laundry to the exhausted spouse at 4 a.m.? The error rate spikes. A red towel gets washed with white shirts. Absolute advantage evaporates the moment the marginal cost of fatigue becomes too high. Once fatigue enters the equation, the household's goal shifts to optimization. This means maximizing the total amount of work the family unit can complete together. The mathematical solution is to equalize marginal efficiency. Chores are divided so that the final task completed by each partner takes the exact same toll on their energy and time. In practice, the spouse with the absolute advantage begins the tasks, but the exact second their fatigue causes their efficiency to drop below their rested partner's baseline, the next chore goes to the partner. Rational chore division ignores who is inherently better on paper. It strictly manages the exact rate of diminishing returns in real time. This principle of managing limited energy isn't just for households. It applies to any unit trying to maximize its resources, even entire nations. You see it locally when a homeowner pays a neighborhood kid to mow the lawn to focus on higher value work. You see it regionally when a state imports orange juice rather than spending limited labor and capital on crops unsuited for its climate. This is comparative advantage. It's the framework nations use to decide what to produce themselves and what to trade for, based on where their effort is most effective. The same calculation that stops an exhausted spouse from making laundry mistakes at 4 a.m. is what makes global supply chains work. Both rely on delegating tasks to whoever has the lower relative cost of doing them. Efficiency follows these 3 rules. Absolute advantage does not justify a monopoly on labor. Increasing marginal costs always demand delegation, and optimizing via comparative advantage increases the total output for everyone involved, whether they're managing a global shipping lane or a Tuesday night at home.